Hi, and welcome to day 2 on our leadership series about leading and navigating through uncertainty. So yesterday we spoke a bit about the emotions we're all feeling and the roller coaster we're on. Well, today we're going to dive in a bit more into how we can help our employees cope. This is such an important topic, so we're going to be dividing it into 2 days. Today we'll cover 2 items, 2 ways we can help people cope, and tomorrow we will cover 3 more. So the first way is to really communicate often. In times of uncertainty, change, crisis, stress, people really want to hear from their leaders more often. In the absence of information, people have a tendency to fill in the gaps. They create their own narratives, tell their own story, and often what they're telling themselves is worse than the actual situation. So if you're worried about how much you should be communicating right now, err on the side of over communication versus under communication. Secondly, we all are going to have to become more comfortable saying, I don't know. These are unprecedented times, and simply put, we don't know what's going to happen. So employees may be asking you, what's the impact on the business, what change is potentially coming, how long is this going to last, and you don't know. But rather than making up an answer or just kind of filling in that gap with kind of incomplete information, it's much better to let them know that you don't know at that moment, but that you're in it with them, and you will be sure to keep them up to date and share more information as it becomes available. This is so important because it's going to foster that open dialogue with your employees, and it's also going to foster, trust and connection both today and moving forward. So what are a few three key things that you can do today to really focus on the communication? First is look and create a communication plan. This does not need to be anything formal, but take a look at the frequency of your one-to-ones and your team meeting and see if you need to increase the frequency. At this point, I'd recommend at least doing weekly one-to-ones with everyone on your team. They can be short, 10, 15, 20 minutes, but at least it's keeping that dialogue open. And with respects to team meetings, it's probably good to keep those weekly as well. Once again, those can be short. They don't need to be, 45, 60 minutes like maybe some of the, monthly or quarterly one, but at least it keeps the team connected, especially as we're all working remotely. Secondly, is one tool that a lot of remote and distributed teams use is they will do like a daily virtual cafe or office hours. They're optional, they're very informal, but it gives people a set time that you'll be there and they can pop in, ask questions, speak with each other, get feedback, and identify any potential roadblocks they may be experiencing. You want to keep these meetings going though. If there's an issue that's clearly going to take longer than a couple minutes to talk through, is we always suggest taking those conversations offline or staying on after the call. But these virtual cafes, they can last anywhere 15, 20 minutes, incorporate a little fun chit chat, catching up, and then get down to business and start talking through kind of what's on people's minds and what challenges they may be facing that day. And then lastly is make the most out of chat tools. So a lot of people are on Slack and Skype. You can really make these a fun way to stay connected and interactive while we are all working remotely. Add fun channels such as, pictures of kids or pets or even funny memes. There's tons of those going around these days as well. So it's a good way for you to just facilitate those check-ins, keep the dialogue open, and have some fun while you're doing it. So thank you so much again for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.